Good morning to you both. Will, I'll start with you. We've seen a flurry of downgrades on this stock, yourself included, in the last 12 hours since or whatever it is, 15 hours since we got these results. What was it specifically in the numbers and in the commentary that caused you to downgrade to neutral?
Well, Morgan, good morning. Thanks for having me. Yeah, look, it's been a bit of a conundrum, right? I mean, this is a company that on the one hand, we think is still in the pole position with respect to global streaming leadership, industry-leading content portfolio. But on the other hand, you just had this really bonanza of new content launched in the fourth quarter, which generated better subscriber growth than the trend line had been over the course of 2021, but still somewhat below our forecast for. And I think more importantly, didn't carry over to Q1 to the degree that I think we and others thought it would. And I think the real question here is, what is the long-term penetration opportunity? And is the TAM perhaps, not quite as big as we once thought? We think there's, still an ample growth opportunity ahead, but it's clear that it's going to take longer to get there than I think our previous thesis had suggested.
Simon, I want to get your thoughts on that, too, because we did see a plethora of new content. We saw a number of hits and items, offerings on the platform that broke records according to the company's own metrics. I mean, do you see it as a head scratcher that given all that content, we did see subscriber numbers come in a little bit softer than expected, and that's expected to continue at least through the current quarter?
Look, I think it's an enormous overreaction this morning. I think that if you believe in the long-term story of Netflix, it is a best-of-breed media company that has changed the world in terms of the way people consume media and will continue to change the world. They saw tremendous engagement with Squid Game. They have some terrific returning titles in terms of Bridgerton. They have new films coming out. They had their best performing 2 films ever on the service. So it underperformed slightly to marginally in this quarter. Yes, certainly the projections forward are light, but I still think it certainly doesn't justify the correction that it's had today, in my opinion.
Well, listen, Simon, nobody questions the success of Netflix. But this morning, you heard Will say it, people are questioning how large is the ultimate market. And that goes not just for Netflix, but for companies that Will doesn't cover, but ones that I certainly follow closely. Discovery, which is going to be merging with Warner, Viacom. I mean, obviously, we go from there, Disney. And so I guess my question to you, Simon, is does this make you question just how large the market is for direct-to-consumer for all the people out there, or whether they're getting what they need already from all these providers and don't need to be adding anymore?
Look, they're certainly getting all that they need. In the US, absolutely, they're near the high water mark, and Reed Hastings certainly made reference to this on the earnings call yesterday, that he thought that they were about 2/3 of the total high water mark for previous cable subscribers. The way that he spoke indicated that there still is some upside in terms of subscriber number growth in the US. But you need to remember that Netflix is the leader and the only service that has a true global footprint. They've lowered their prices in India, and they continue to work and tweak the business model there. They are also producing content in over a dozen countries around the world. So it's not just about the growth story in the US, and everyone needs to remain mindful of that. This is a global service that's going to continue to add subscribers in every corner of the globe.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.